Oh well, we both know I could beat the boys out any day. Well, I'm glad everybody's having fun. Now, the one you've all been waiting for in his first live concert in Waco since 1956, the king of rock and roll himself, Elvis Presley.
Oh yeah, don't want 4-leaf clover, don't want an old horseshoe. It's going to feel like you. Come on and be my child. You sweet delight. Oh, good luck charm hanging on the arm that you have. But you hold, but you not. Sing along with me now. Oh yeah. Come on and be my little good luck charmer. You sweet delight. I want a good luck charm hanging on my arm that you have. But you hold, but you not. One more time with me now. If I found a lucky penny, I'd toss it across the page. Your love is worth all the gold on earth. No one do that, I say. Come on and be my little good luck charmer. You sweet delight. Good luck charmer. But you have, but you hold, but you not. I do not. I do not. Thank you very much. You folks are pretty good singers. Want to go on tour with me? Yeah. I haven't had a chance to do this much lately. Actually, my last show was in 1977. But when Danny asked me to get in touch with me and asked me to come up here tonight, I got special permission to come to Waco. Waco is a very special place to me, but more about that later. Danny asked me to put together a few songs to tell about when he and Leslie got together. You know, Danny started planning this party 3 years ago when he was laid up in the ICU for 7 days. He told me he didn't have much to do, and he was really glad that he had his phone so he could listen to his favorite oldies. Now, I hadn't heard about that kind of phone up here where I am now. What? You thought I was somewhere else? The only time I was anywhere close to Danny and Leslie was in 1956, when I did a show on the Bayfront in Corpus Christi. I was 21 that year. They were 5 and 6. Cute, huh? I grew up in Mississippi, but Texas was really good to me. I did over 100 shows in 1956, 20 of them in Texas, 2 of them right here in Waco. But more about that later. Danny and Leslie both grew up in Corpus, but they probably weren't at my show since they were good Baptist kids, and I was kind of, controversial in those days. Danny remembers the first time he met Leslie. His family had a nice backyard with a small swimming pool. It was 1965, and he came home from high school one day to find her sitting there on the diving board petting their Siamese cat. She was waiting to have her piano lesson with his mother. Well, something got started right then, and he wasn't sure what was going on, but all of a sudden, Danny knew he was all shook up. Oh, well, bless my soul, oh, what's wrong with me? I'm itching like a man in a fuzzy tree. My friends say I'm acting wild as a buck. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, well, my hands are shaking and my knees are weak. I can't seem to stand on my own 2 feet. Who do you think when you have such luck? I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now please don't ask me what's on my mind. I'm a little mixed up, but I'm feeling fine. When I met a girl that I love best, my heart beats so it scares me to death. Where she touched my hand, the one true I got. Her lips are like a volcano that's hot. I'm proud to say that she's my buttercup. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But time is time and I try to speak. My inside quaking like a leaf on a tree. There's only one cure for this body of mine. That's to have that girl that I love so fine. When she touched my hand, the one I'm true I got. Her lips are like a volcano, it's hot. I'm proud to say that she's my buttercup. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm all shook up. Thank you very much. Well, Danny was all shook up, but there was a problem. His mother, the piano teacher, really liked Leslie, and every time she said, "Why don't you ask out that cute little Leslie Snow?" Well, what's a guy to do? The exact opposite, of course. So he did the exact opposite for the next 3 years, and he almost waited too long. He concentrated on surfing, throwing his paper out twice a day, sailing, and working on his '57 Chevy. They were both in the band of the Fighting Texans. Now these band members are here tonight. Ray Raditz, Sharon Little, and Danny's sister, Nancy Davis. Well, their senior year in high school, Danny and Leslie had a chance meeting at the corner of Staples and Doddridge streets in Corpus. She was driving her grandmother's '62 Studebaker Golden Hawk, the very car you saw out in the driveway, and he was in his '57 hardtop Bel Air Chevy. Not that one, but one a lot like it. They pulled up next to each other, and they found out that they were both going to Baylor the next year. They decided to ride up to Baylor homecoming together. So with Eddie Jackson as chaperone, all three rode up on the front bench seat of the Chevy. No seat belts, no air conditioning. But a year later, Danny was still acting kind of dumb. He told it to me like this. It was their first year at Baylor, and he took a date to a Baylor basketball game at the heart of the Texas Coliseum. Now, just a minute. Is that old barn still there? I was there for 2 shows in 1956, not long after my show in Corpus Christi. They still have my picture on the wall in the office. Not my best photo. As you can see, I'm much better looking in person. Now, in 1958, I was invited to join the United States Army. They sent me to Fort Hood, about an hour from Waco. I had some really good friends in Waco, the Fidels, who lived right down the street from the Coliseum, and this little house at 2807 Laster. The house is still there. Ed Fidel was a radio DJ, and he played a lot of my songs. I stayed with them on many weekend leaves from Fort Hood. You see that little room on the right? They built that bedroom just for me. If you drive by there today, you can still see me on the screen door. But back to my story. Danny took a date to the basketball game. It wasn't Leslie. I told you he was acting kind of dumb. Well, he saw Leslie at the game with another guy. Now, Danny's date was really cute, but, well, I've got another song just for this situation. Her hair is soft and her eyes are oh so blue. She's all the things a girl should be, but she's not you. She knows just how to make me laugh when I feel blue. She's everything a man could want, but she's not you. And when we're dancing, it almost feels the same. I've gotta stop myself from whispering your name. She even kisses me like you used to do. And it's just breaking my heart, 'cause she's not you. And it's just breaking my heart, 'cause she's not you. And when we're dancing, it almost feels the same. I've gotta stop myself from whispering your name. She even kisses me like you used to do. And it's just breaking my heart, 'cause she's not you. And it's just breaking my heart, 'cause she's not you.
Yeah!
It's a long way up from down there. If this was really me, I'd be 87 years old. Well, thanks to Danny's sister, Nancy, for helping out on that song. So Danny just couldn't stop thinking about Leslie being at the game with someone else. He took his date back to Collins Hall, but he just couldn't stop thinking about seeing Leslie at the game with that other guy. With that other guy. What was she thinking? He thought about giving Leslie a call. He didn't, but if he had, it might have gone something like this. Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. Let's pretend that we're together all alone. I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low. And you can tell your friend they're with you, you have to go. Whisper to me, tell me, do you love me true? Or is he holding you the way I do? Though love is blind, make up your mind, I've got to know. Should I hang up, or will you tell him he'll have to go? You can say the words I want to hear while you're with turn the jukebox way down low. And you can tell your friend there with you, he'll have to go. Thanks to Danny's brother Gary for helping out on that song. Well, Danny finally decided he had to get in gear or Leslie would get scooped up by some other guy at Baylor. So they got dropped. That's a Baylor thing. Then one day, they took the Chevy down to Armstrong Jewelers at 727 Austin Avenue, and they picked out the 2 rings that they're still wearing today, 50 years later. Then on June 10th, 1972, they tied the knot at Parkdale Baptist Church in Corpus Christi. If you were there at their wedding, please raise your hand. Somehow, with a little bit of luck and a lot of God's grace, they made it work for 50 years. I'm going to finish with one of my most loved songs. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Should I say, would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, 'cause I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, 'cause I can't help falling in love with you, 'cause I can't help falling in love with you. Well, we have reached the audience participation portion of the program. The young waiters will be serving build-your-own ice cream sodas at the counter. Now, there's just a couple of rules for the rest of the night. First, Danny hopes everyone will dance. The ladies, now, if that guy with you won't dance, this is your chance to come up and dance with Elvis. And don't nobody leave without saying goodbye to Danny and Leslie. Now, I don't know where Danny went, but I'm going to try to get in a couple of dances with Leslie before he gets back. Danny chose from a really great dance list of his favorite rock and roll songs, and we're going to begin right at the top of the list.
Come on up. Listen, baby. You'll be the first to join Elvis in dancing. Don't be shy now. There they go. Grab your favorite ladies. This one's the ladies' dance. Let's go.
Ladies' choice.